Hey, welcome to another StreamYard. I am Bradley J. And, every year I get to sit and talk to some very cool people. And when it comes to cool people, the coolest are the people that are part of the Meriden Antique Engine and Threshing Association. Carolyn, how are you?
I am good. How about you, Bradley?
I am good. I always look forward to talking to you guys every year because I need to get to this event and I haven't been yet, and the weather's going to be great. So, Carolyn, talking about the Meriden Antique Engine and Threshing Association, how did it get started? When did it get started?
Well, we were founded in 1977, and they wanted to promote the early farming practices and the appreciation of the antique tractors and engines. And so that's when a group of gentlemen created the Cottonwood Station, which is the little town we built on the showgrounds. So if you come out, you'll be able to see all the work that goes into putting on the show. So it's just a showcase for just various activities for the whole family.
I like that it's for the whole family. What would you say are some of the highlights of the 48th annual summer show for July 19th, 20th, and 21st?
Well, for 2024, our feature tractor is going to be Case with the Cushman engine. We also will be doing threshing. That is a big event at the summer show, along with the stationary baling crew will be baling up the straw after it's ran through the threshing machine. So that is only done at our summer show.
Only at the summer show. Well, Carolyn, I know you're not alone, and I have to bring on not one, not two, but three other people. We have Jolene, Susie, and Gary, and welcome to our StreamYard, you guys.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
I can tell Gary's going to be the animated one out of you three. So let's just start with Gary. Gary, how much is it to attend the 48th annual Meriden Threshing Show?
It's $10 for the weekend.
For the whole weekend, just $10?
Yep.
Wow, man. You know what? I can afford that. I can afford that as a single guy, man. Yes. I can do that. So, Jolene, people love their fur babies, they call them. They're four-legged children. Can people actually bring their dogs to the show?
Yes, you may bring your dogs. You must have them on a leash. And we do ask that you please clean up after your little fur baby. Everybody at the show would appreciate that.
They would. My mom, she had to clean up after me. Still does actually to this thing. So Gary, let's go back to you. This year, the featured tractor is Case, and the featured engine is Cushman. You, I hear, are the small engines director. So what can people expect to see in the area and around the grounds during the show?
Well, hopefully we'll have a lot of antique engines. I'll be bringing some Cushmans up, and some other people will bring some Cushmans, but we also have other brands to show, some English engines and everything. So it's just a little bit of combination of whatever anybody wants to bring.
So is it you said from England they're going to bring like tractors and engines in?
I have English engines.
Oh, you do? Where can I ask where you got it real quick?
A friend of mine started his engine collection in England, and I purchased them from him.
Oh, wow, man. That's pretty cool. So let's go back to Jolene. There's going to be food at the Chuck Wagon all day. So what kind of food will be available? Because I love to eat.
You love to eat. Well, we will have plenty of food. We have a great smoking crew that does a lot of the work for me there. We will have like smoked chicken quarters, pork butt. They'll do the hot dogs and the brats and the burgers, all your concession stand food. Plus, then we have a threshing meal that will include sides. We will be doing for breakfast. We've got a full breakfast. We've got a full lunch. We would have full dinner. We're open from 7 a.m. in the morning for breakfast until 8 o'clock of an evening, which is right before the dance starts, or right when the dance starts.
So speaking of the dance, live country music, it's going to be in the barn on Friday and Saturday nights. Who will be coming, and does the admission fee include the entertainment?
Yes, it includes the admission includes the dance.
Oh, that's cool then. So do you have to bring a date though? That's my question, Gary.
No,
No, I can
no.
come single.
You can come single. You can go home with a date.
Wow, wait, that a guarantee though.
No.
No. So let's go up to Carolyn. Carolyn, you have an antique tractor pull on Saturday. So tell us about that. What is that? What's that all about?
Well, the antique tractor pull is on Saturday. It starts at 3 p.m. There is three different classes of tractors, which is going to be stock, modified, and open. And there are different weights classes as well. So anyone that wants to come out and join in on the fun, please do. You can see the rules also on our website if anyone has any questions about that.
And the tractor pull is always fun to watch. Those are they like you when you first hear it, you're like, but once you go, you're like, I need to go to more of these.
Yes, yes.
I need to go. So, Carolyn, this is a threshing show. Can you explain what that is for us that don't know and what people will see during the daily demonstrations?
Sure. Well, the threshing show is basically just because we are displaying the love of the old-fashioned way of doing things. So, as I mentioned before, there's going to be lots of displays going on. You've got a working blacksmith. They'll be working and doing blacksmithing. You'll be able to see the thick and thin sawmill where they'll be cutting big old logs and doing making different sizes of lumber. You're also going to see, like I said, the threshing, where we're going to have some steam engines there that will be running the threshing machines. And then once the straw comes out the back, then you'll be able to watch the baling crew. So that's some of the big highlights. I mean, there's all kinds of things there. You got the church, you got the cabin. I mean, it's just a cool place for anybody to come out and check us out.
It does sound cool because it's things you've never seen before. A lot of us haven't
Correct.
seen something like this. So I'm talking with Gary, Jolene, Susie, and Carolyn. It's the Meriden Antique Engine and Threshing Association is what you're a part of. 48th annual summer show happening July 19th, 20th, and 21st. So let's go back to Gary. Gary, where can people find the daily schedule and more information about all the events?
You can look on the website or you can look on the flyer we'll hand out at the gate.
What's the website? Do you know it off the top of your head? Gary, you look like an intelligent guy, so that's why I'm asking you. Not that the ladies aren't intelligent.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah,
no.
but yeah, I'm going to you, Gary. What is the website? Do you know?
Nope.
No.
One of them is MeridenThreshers.org. I don't have a flyer in front of me.
That's it. We'll give. We'll go on. But I just want
Gary,
Gary.
up on Facebook.
He's a straight shooter, man. He's like, you ask him a question, he's like, no, I don't know. I'm good. So, Jolene.
Yes.
Will there be any vendors on site? Any case show items for purchase?
Yes, there will be. We've got right now we're sitting at 37, and we anticipate a few more coming in at the gate that haven't registered with us. We do have a couple of vendors that are strictly basically swap meet. And they should have, or they will have, some case items for sale, as well as some other antique parts that are rare that you don't find just anywhere. And then the rest of the vendors will have just a conglomeration of everything that you could think of, that you usually see at any vending market.
That is
Anywhere
cool.
from baked goods to fresh made or for vegetables and canned goods, up to handmade items, on up to Avon, all the way. You've got a big variety coming in.
And that is perfect at an event like this. And Gary, back to you. You have the living history town of Cottonwood Station on the grounds. What will people see as part of the town?
Well, we have the general store, we have a print shop, and we have the blacksmith shop. And we also have what's called a wheelwright building. And then you have the automotive Sims garage and everybody has something along that lines in display. And then just everything else going on the grounds.
So everything that you described, Gary, if I put you in one of those buildings or where the vendors are, you would know how to do?
I think so.
Yeah, see, I knew it, man. I knew it. Smartest guy I've ever interviewed is what Gary is. So, Carolyn, you are the general store director. What can people expect to find inside the Cottonwood Station General Store?
Well, what we've done is we've tried to create the look of a general store that was back in the day. So soon after the American Civil War, people started moving out of the big cities into the small communities. So they had to have a place to go get their supplies. So what we've tried to do is replicate that environment. So you can see all kinds of stuff. We have antique jars. We have a coffee grinder. We have a loom that is that's on display and also works during the show. So we are making rugs. We have a post office also in the back of the store. And that post office this year, we will be doing all of the registration for the exhibitor. So anyone that's coming through the gate, that's an exhibitor that's going to be displaying their items, they need to come up to the general store so we can make note of that and they can get the information so they can put it on their machinery.
That is awesome. This sounds like a full day of activities all 3 days. It's the Meriden Antique Engine and Threshing Association talking to Jolene, Gary, Susie, and Carolyn. And it's happening July 19th, 20th, and 21st. And Carolyn, if someone wanted to become a member of your association to help with shows and work days and everything else that goes into putting on this event, how would they do that?
They can come up and see us in the general store. We have a membership application they can complete. It gives us the details of what they're interested in. It costs $20 for a year membership, and it would get you into the shows free admission as well. And we also handle the renewals in the general store as well. So anybody that needs to renew can come in and do the same thing.
Awesome.
And
so
we
Gary,
would love for everybody to join us.
Sorry for interrupting you. I was excited to get back to Gary, man. So Gary, you also have daily parades, which I'm pretty sure you lead it. Who takes part in the parades and what time do they start?
The parade starts at noon, and anybody can take anything through, tractors, cars, whatever they want to take through.
Now, are you throwing candy out at these parades? I got to ask as
No, we can't do the candy thing.
My inner child had to ask that question, Gary.
I understand that.
I'm a big candy lover.
We don't need people falling over to get it.
That's true. And I would be one to fall over and knock other people out of the way, but let's keep that between us, okay? So now I get to hear from Jolene and Susie, all right? They saved Susie till the end because you're going to wrap things up for us. I believe the Bloomfield Church on the grounds has an interesting history, okay? Can you tell us briefly how it came to be there?
Well, the church itself was built in 1895, and it's set about 7.5 miles north of the grounds there. And in 1948, it was deeded over. The church had kind of disbanded, and it was deeded over to the community for $1. It was a community group. People would have suppers there, community nights, showers. There was a ladies group, and it kind of just got to where we couldn't keep it up anymore. So it wasn't a church, it was a community building. And in 2002, the grounds was the members of the association was approached to see if they would be interested in the building, and they were. So in 2003, it was moved down to the grounds, and they took it back from being a community building back to the church in its original part. There's a lot of original things that are in there, like the ceiling is wood, it's original. The pews are original pieces. The podium, there's a lot of original pieces to it. The floor, It took it went 7.5 miles, and it took all day long for them to move it.
Wow.
The members of the association are very talented. A lot of these men and community members worked at moving it, rebuilding, reconstructing some of the windows, putting on the front part that had been torn off. And all the lumber that was on that front part was cut down at the lumber mill.
So
We have a bazaar every year in the first Saturday in November, and that goes to, it's a fundraiser for the building and the association.
So is this the church that you can tour? Like when you go, can you walk through it, or do you have to stay outside?
You can come in and tour, sit down and cool off. We actually have heating and air in there, which for sure wasn't back in 1895, but it's a nice place to cool off. We do have Sunday service in the church when we have our shows at 9:00.
No, that is interesting. Is there anything else that you want to say about the church or the event going on?
Well, Bradley, your inner child is going to make you want to pull the rope that hangs down that actually rings the bell up above.
There you go.
Stop it. Now I have to come, because I'm a huge kid on the inside. I tell my mom all the time, she's like, wow, you've really matured. And I said, you don't hang around me very much anymore, Mom.
Yeah, right.
You haven't seen me. So Carolyn, about called Jolene. Carolyn, was there anything else that you wanted to add about the event coming up? It's the 48th annual summer show, July 19th, 20th, and 21st. Before we wrap up our StreamYard, is there anything else that you'd like to add, or anything we missed?
I can't think of anything. I think everybody needs to come out. They will not be disappointed. We have a lot of members that work really, really hard to get this show put on. So it takes a lot of people to do it. And I think people will enjoy it and appreciate what we do out there at Meriden.
Well, I want to thank you all, Susie, Jolene, Carolyn. And of course, we have to wrap this up with the last words from Gary. I know he has something interesting or funny to say to wrap up this StreamYard. So Gary, take it away. Take us
Come on out. Come out and see us.
Yep. Right. Right. Yep.
I shouldn't even say anything after that, because it was so well done. You guys, thank you so much for letting us help you get the word out about the Meriden Antique Engine and Threshing, the summer show. It's the 48th annual, July 19th, 20th, and 21st. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, and Bradley, if you come out, the general store does have cold drinks, and we do have candy, so you can take care of that too. And we have shirts that we will be selling as well.
Is there any houses for sale on the ground so I can just come and live there?
No.
Sounds like
Cabin.
Well, there we go. All right. Thanks again. And, I will see you guys out there.
Okay. Thank you.
We hope so.
All right. Bye.